So let's talk about waiting. Specifically, waiting well, whatever that means, right? Because if we're being honest, what does waiting well even mean? Waiting in general feels like standing still while life speeds past you. Think about when you're a kid and you ask your parent for something and they say, not yet. Your heart doesn't hear later, it hears no. You don't know when yet will come or if it ever will. You just know that you're not getting what you hoped for right now. And that stings. That's how weight can feel when God says it too. We read scriptures like Proverbs 3, 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. We believe it and we want to wait well, but if we're being honest, when we hear wait, something inside of us whispers, denied. And that whisper gets loud. Did I miss my moment? Is something wrong with me? What if this wait ends in nothing? But here's the quiet truth I'm learning to hold. Waiting isn't a no. It's an invitation to be still, to listen deeper, grow quieter, and see more clearly. It's not some cruel delay. It's space to heal, to become, to notice things I might have missed if life had rushed me forward. And maybe that's the beauty of this season, not in the constant hoping or the counting of the days, but in the tending to the little details of our life. Good things come to those who wait, right? It's not just a motivational quote. It's also a promise that there's still goodness in your story, even if it hasn't shown up yet. Well, let's talk about advice we hear all the time. You know, the kind from people who are already on the other side. Our committed and married friends. You have to be content. Wait well. Or my favorite. The moment I stopped looking, that's when he came. And I know they mean well. I really, really do. But sometimes it doesn't land like wisdom. It lands like a humble brag wrapped in a Bible verse. Because let's be real, contentment isn't some magic formula that unlocks love. And hearing it from someone who already has what you're praying for still can feel a little smug, even if their heart's in the right place. It's not that the advice is wrong. It's just that it doesn't always consider how hard the waiting actually is. And if I'm being real, I don't know how many married people mastered singleness before they met someone. So when I'd hear that kind of advice, it felt a little unfair, like being asked to jump through hoops no one else had to clear. But it really is all about perspective. So over time, I've come to see that the heart behind that advice isn't about earning love by being perfectly content. It's not even about proving yourself ready by acing solitude. It's about preparation. It's about building a life that's rich and meaningful and grounded, whether or not someone else is in it yet. So, in my journey through the waiting period, I've learned contentment isn't a prerequisite for love. It's a gift you give yourself. Learning to live well while single doesn't guarantee us a relationship. And that's a pill to swallow. But it does make your life more whole. It strengthens your relationships. It deepens your self worth. And most of all, it reminds you that you are already enough. So now, when I hear wait well or be content, I try to receive it not as a lecture, but as a loving reminder that this season isn't a waiting room. It's a real chapter with its own beauty, purpose, and its own joy. Waiting doesn't mean God has forgotten about you. It means He's forming something sacred in the places you can't see yet. Because, like any good parent, God sees what we don't: the timing, the readiness, the bigger picture. And yes, waiting can feel like grief. It can feel like aching. It can even feel like hopelessness. Let's be real, like praying into silence. But even in that tension, when the silence is loud and the answers feel far, I'm learning that trust isn't just about believing for something, it's also about believing in someone. Because even in the darkness, God is still light. Even in the pause, He's still present. And even in our waiting, He is still working. So maybe the goal isn't to wait perfectly, and it's simply to wait honestly, whether that be uncertain or hopeful, unfulfilled or content. Just show up to your life as it is. This part of your story matters just as much as the one you're praying for. And you don't have to skip past it to get to the good part. You're already in it, even in the waiting.
Before I end today's episode, I wanted to share this journal entry that really captures the feelings and emotions and thoughts that I shared today. This entry comes from September 13th, 2021. Waiting has never been my strong suit. It stretches me in ways I don't enjoy, tugging at my patience, poking at my insecurities, and whispering questions I'd rather not answer. When I'm waiting on God, it feels even heavier, like I'm holding my breath for love and unsure when or if I'll exhale. There are days when I wake up hopeful, and others when I wonder if God heard me at all. I know worry won't speed up His timeline, but that doesn't stop my heart from quietly asking, how much longer? Isaiah 40 says, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength." But I realize that wait doesn't mean standing still. It means to hope with intention. This kind of waiting isn't passive. In the stillness, I find small ways to keep building, tending to my dreams, nurturing friendships, deepening my relationship with God. Waiting well isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing what you can while trusting God with what you can't. Still, it gets lonely. It's hard to explain this kind of ache to people who haven't had to feel it in a while or ever. Most of the people I trust are in relationships. Their advice, though well meaning, float past me like air. Enjoy your singleness. Take yourself out. Wait on God. As if I haven't been. As if I don't. The truth is, I am enjoying my singleness. I've laughed, traveled, healed, and grown. I haven't paused my life just because I'm still waiting for someone to share it with. But every once in a while, I look around and wish someone was sitting next to me. And yet, even in the waiting, something in me is being strengthened. Maybe God isn't withholding. Maybe He's weaving something together that's worth the wait. I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I know who holds me today. So I'll keep hoping, but it's not easy.
Thanks for filling up a chair at Table for One, please. If this episode met you where you are, send it to a friend who needs it too. And remember, this season still matters. And you're not doing it wrong just because it's hard. I'm so glad to be in it with you. Until next time, love you. Bye.